me just take a moment to appreciate how foppish I look right now. I had to wash like only the front end of my hair because I got so much concealer in them during my last chopping block. So this is going to be an interesting hair day. Oh god, now I look even more foppish. Oh well. Let's continue. We've got another kind of neutral bag going here. I have this palette, which I got from a subscription service. Like, I didn't intentionally buy this because the color story is very, very boring to me. But it supposedly has a lot of like talc and stuff missing from them. So apparently these are good things. I just don't know if I like the formula. So let's give that a try. Got a bronzing contour stick, which I know looks super orange on me, so I'm not excited about that. I have a cream eyeshadow in a 90s nude color, and then I have a couple of lip stuff here, like a nice kind of flesh tone, darker nude, and accompanying lip gloss. I'm just looking at this and I'm just kind of like, meh. The silver seems really out of place because we have a whole bunch of like warmer or more neutral tones, and then we got BAM! Silver. Fun fact about me, I fucking hate silver when it comes to eyeshadow. I don't know why. It was like for a certain amount of time having a white, black, and silver, very stark smoky, I was super in, and I just hated the look. So I continue to hate it to this day because I'm petty. Since we've got 90s nude, let's go for a nice grungy one, because sometimes I just love paying homage to my roots. The 90s were really peak Seattle. Let's be real. Put this all up in here as a nice little sticky base. Hopefully, if there's any lighter shadows, they can darken up on this background. So in the last one, I talked about how I am getting some cosmetic pigments to try and custom make eyeshadows. And I'm one of those people that, like, I have an idea and then it branches out into a million different things, and like I want to do them all at once, but it's not gonna work. But I still like obsessively research stuff. Really want to do lip glosses. It'd be really cool to be able to like mess around with my own formula, which of course would be like a base from somewhere and then other additives, and just try to figure out what's gonna be really nice. I'm kind of I love glosses, but I'm also like really picky about them. I really love me a good like juicy, super plush lip gloss. Been kind of disappointed by some lip glosses in the past, so time to just make my own. I've been watching a whole lot of lip gloss mixing, making, and filling content here on YouTube, which has been really, really fun. It's got me like super hyped though, so I just want to drop some more cash, which I do not have the liberty of spending on that. But I'm just like, woo! It's gonna be fun. I'll be able to make lip glosses for my friends and be like, Shazam! This color reminded me of you, so put it on your face. This color actually goes pretty dang nicely with my natural eye discoloration. So I'm feeling a little like oil slicky, a little bit greasy, but not greasy. And let's go ahead and build some shadows on that. I'm gonna use Carob, Filigree, Pecan, and Chicory because Sparkle's a little bit outside of the color palette that I wanna go in. Silver just, no, I hate you. I'm gonna start slowly building up a little bit of color. The texture on these shadows are a little weird. It's kind of stiff, but it also lets a lot of things go flying. So I'm expecting a shit ton of fallout, which, you know, to be fair, I'm using it on a fluffy brush, so it's more likely to happen that way. Taking the Carob shade here, which is a nice bronzy shade, and it actually complements the cream shadow pretty well. And I'm just going to be dusting that just about everywhere. I'm definitely keeping that cream eyeshadow. I really like the way this looks sheared out. I've also just been loving a nice sheer wash of color this year when it comes to cream shadows, because you can really play with the pigmentation very well if, you know, it's not patchy, or if it's a good formula. This one seems to be a pretty good formula. Gonna dust a bit of chicory where I want things to start getting a little bit darker. So right around there, outer corner. I know I'm building on top of a lot of shadows, but I'm not super impressed with this. Let's get a swatch. Oh yeah, look at that, it's super sheer. Also, I smashed the mirror, so, you know, that's fine. It's super sheer. Not a huge fan of that, because it looks super dark in the pan, and then it's a little bit warmer than you think it is. I don't know. Oh yeah, let's really emphasize right there. Oh, hell yeah. Bring it up into the eyebrow a little bit, because I'm gremlin. When I really scrub that chicory, when I really like bounce the brush in that chicory, it pulls out more, which is nice, but not really sold on this. I should have put the pecan down before I put down the carob, just so I can blend it out a little bit better. Oh no, it's super warm, and it's I made a mistake. Okay, so I have to do it on the other side for the sake of symmetry, but like, no, fuck that. I'm gonna put that heavily on the lower waterline. Go in with a pencil brush and just really jack up the under eye with filigree. I was expecting more from this. It also like doesn't look anything like that in the pan. It looks like it's gonna be like a shimmery warm taupe, but it's actually a light kind of rose beige. Ugh, I'm so confused. I was hoping that was gonna be the darker shimmer. I'm gonna take a little bit of chicory and start just kind of decreasing a little bit of the shine on the inner and outer corners of the eye where we have just carob and the cream shadow. I really like doing grungy looks because you can really be as messy as you want. You can be like, oh, it's an artistic choice. So, yeah, and also it's just supposed to look purposefully messy and just kind of shitty. And just like, I don't care, I'm apathetic about everything. Also, one thing about Seattle that like always weirded me out, or just the general area, like King County and the surrounding counties, is like, why are there so many fucking serial killers? Like, why? Why do we have so many serial killers up there? Why? It's really creepy. Because when I was a kid, they still hadn't found the Green River Killer. And like, I remember that shit being on the news and everything like that. So, yeah, I mean, Ted Bundy, obviously, but he was gone before I showed up into the world, before I made my grand entrance. And then, oh God, there's been a couple other ones that they don't come to mind, but like, I'm just like, ooh, Washington as a state really doesn't have that many people. I wonder how we do statistically for the amount of serial killers, and I've been too scared to Google. Take a little bit of chicory and just kind of use that to darken up the lower bit as well, because carob is just, or pecan was just, whoa, a little nuts. Okay, there we go. Now that's starting to really come together. Also, Seattle has a really high number of like department stores, like that were created there, and just other businesses like the Bon Marché. Rip, may it ever be gone, along with that fucking obnoxious sale ad. Nordstrom also happened to originate in Seattle, and then of course we have the surrounding areas with like Microsoft and Amazon. What did Amazon start in Washington? I don't remember. Probably everything. And then of course good old Costco started down in Kirkland, which, thank you, Kirkland. I'm trying to darken up the inner and outer corner a little bit more, so there's not as much gleam, because there's already a lot of gleam on the eye as it is, and I like the way that it makes it kind of look like an oily, greasy mess, but I don't want it to be everywhere. I want it targeted, oily, greasy mess. I really don't want to use this. Like, I know that it's going to be super orange. I don't particularly enjoy the formula, and got some on my hand, so maybe I can use this to be grungy other places, because I don't want to use it all over my face. Oh God, see, it's so... Girl, look how orange you look. Oh, I hate it. fucking hate it. I don't want to use it. It's so awful. It's so awful. Actually, wait. If I mix it up with some... Oh. I hate the packaging on these things, but these as lipsticks aren't so bad. Maybe if I mix that with that, it'll be less shitty and I can actually use it as a decent looking blush. More lipstick. Put too much bronzer in my hand. It's really overpowering it. I want like a really just raunchy tawny rose color. And I don't know if this can give it to me, but let's give it a try. Okay, so that's a lot better. I want to do these on my temples because I don't want to focus too much on the cheeks actually. So I'm just going to even out this side by patting that a little bit there. And then just going ham over here. I think I'm going to start shaving my eyebrows with an electric trimmer because even though safety razors are really rad and I like using them a lot, I think they're the ones kind of like messing up my hair, or not my hair, but my face around here because I normally never get acne in this area. But surprise, I've got it now. And I'm like, oh, where did you come from? So I think that's the culprit. I'm still toying around with the idea of just taking them completely all the way off. And since like, it feels like this lockdown is never going to end, because my fellow countrymen are fucking idiots that don't take things seriously. I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say that during the month of January, I'm not gonna be doing much or going many places. Like, I've got a lot of appointments, but they're all over the phone. So if I end up shaving up my eyebrows and absolutely hating it and just looking freaking gross, which I don't think I'm gonna look gross. I think I'm gonna look like a beautiful bald forehead. It'll be okay because I'll be hiding inside. I really want to muss up my eyebrows because let's just get them super gross and just there we go. Let's get them all freaking up and shit. Oh yeah, that's the look. That's what I was going for. Thank you, hair. I think I'm gonna do them all off because I want to recreate some like iconic looks from like the golden age of tabloid, which was, you know, the early 2000s. And there are so many in my mind that are so vividly there, even 20 years on, oh my god. I'm old. There are just so many in there that I just like love, and I want to be like, I want to put that on my face, but this year. There's just so much sparkle from all these eyeshadows that when I'm just rubbing the bronzer blush mix into my skin, I'm just getting sparkles everywhere. I have a comforting lipstick on. This is too bright and happy. This is way too bright and happy. Let's do another custom mix of the two cream products. I'm gonna put a decent amount of the lipstick on there, and I want to just have like a grungy brown, like something Cordelia Chase would wear, but like to a wedding and not her normal like vampy brown shade. Let's see, does this look okay? There we go. It's still a little brighter than I would like. Let's add in a little bit more of the brown, but I feel the brown is super overpowering and it can go real quick. Yeah, I think that's just how it's gonna be. Let's take some of that and use it to color parts of my face. Waste not, want not. And then onto the lip gloss. And I know I'm getting rid of this one, even though I love the shade. The formula numbs my lips, and I don't know what the fuck is up with that, but I'm not about it. So, oh yeah, there we go. I kind of want to diffuse the lips a little bit, just because I don't want any precise lines. I don't want to look like I actually tried. Oh yeah, this face, this makeup, oh yeah, I just rolled out of bed. I didn't even like touch it up or anything. Yeah, this is actually like third day makeup, because like, I feel like something's missing, but I don't know what it is. I think I'm just gonna make more blush and really just put that on the cheeks, because why not? I feel like they're very empty. Oh no, I seem to have destroyed the bullet of this lip gloss. Oh, it just pops right back in. quality for you folks. Oh no, it's not screwing back in. Ugh. This is tragedy. Oh, there we go. The garbage packaging is what really gets me. Perhaps I will depot it so I can use it for other, well, for the same uses, but without the obnoxious packaging. I do have a leftover, like Glossier Stretch Concealer little tub. I really like those ones because they are nice and sturdy and you can reuse them for a lot of stuff and they're not gonna like break easily. But I'm kind of over the brand. I had a partnership with them way back before I decided to shut down my original makeup channel because like I just kind of got to the point where I was really just kind of over pushing, like influencer pushing, and so I just wanted to be like, no, sorry, thanks for the time, it was great while it lasted, but I'm taking another direction in my life. And like, I don't know, they've expanded their line a bit, which is really nice. There's actually several things that I'd like to try from them, but I'm also just like, I don't have that kind of money. Even with a discount, it's just kind of like, but I do really like their stretch concealer. I may end up buying that someday when I am a little bit more financially bougie. Yeah, adding color into the cheeks really helped. I felt like it was just real blank up in here. I feel like I've just hauled my ass out of bed after like a really shitty show at the Crocodile, and I'm getting up at the butt crack of, what is it right now, like 2 p.m. and I'm gonna schlep my ass over to the nearest Tolly's for a nice hot cup of coffee, because fuck Starbucks. Tolly's is and always has been better. Fight me. Now that I'm talking about coffee, I should probably go make another cup. I'm switching to decaf because it's after noon, but still need that taste, that bitter bean juice in my face.